Hello, I'm Dr. Dumidi Jivardhana from Sri Lanka. Today, I invite you to walk with me through the human side of healing, how psychological understanding enhance our role as a doctor, especially in palliative care counseling. I begin with quote by Carl W. Berner in 1971. They may forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Palliative care is not just about symptom management, it's about relieving suffering in all its forms: physical, emotional, social, and spiritual. As family physicians, we are often the first and the last contact for patients. Our presence, compassion, and words can be profoundly healing. What makes counseling in palliative care effective? It starts with empathy, offering ourselves as a calm, safe space. Then comes presence, simply being here, simply being there. We use active listening not to fix or advise, but to witness and validate suffering. Understanding grief models like Kubler-Ross help us normalize the emotional reactions our patients and their families experience. In palliative care, empathy means more than understanding pain. It's about feeling with persons without needing to fix everything. Presence is the gift of simply being there, fully or attentively and without distraction. When we sit with someone who is dying, our silent presence, gentle touch, or simple listening without judgment can bring profound comfort. It's not always our medical knowledge that heals, but our human connection in these moments. Empathy and presence are the most powerful tools we have. In palliative care, active listening is more than just hearing. It means giving full attention, suspending judgment, and showing genuine interest in what the patient is expressing, verbally or emotionally. Sometimes patient speaks volume through silence. Silence, when intentional and the compassionate, allows space for reflection, grief, or even peace. We don't need a rush to fill every pause. Instead, our quiet presence can say, I'm here for you. In the end, deep listening and respectful silence build trust, safety, and dignity. We often face situations where there are no medical fix, but what we can always offer is validation, acknowledging patients' feeling without trying to minimize or fix them. When someone says, I'm scared, our instinct may be to reassure, but simply saying, that sounds really hard. I'm here with you can be far more powerful. Validation says our feelings matters. It's the foundation of trust, dignity, emotional support, especially when cure is no longer the goal. Emotional intelligence is the vital skill in palliative care counseling. It helps us understand our own emotions and sensitivity, respond to the emotions of others. When we are self-aware, we can manage our reactions, stay calm in distress, and offer more genuine support. Empathy, one key element, help us tune into the what patients or family is really feeling instead of reacting them reacting with anxiety or avoidance. We respond with presence and compassion. Emotional intelligence not only improves the patient's experience but also protect us caregivers from emotional exhaustion. The Kubler-Ross grief cycle outlined 5 emotional stages people often experience when facing loss, pa- particularly death or major life changes. These changes are denial, a defense mechanism to buffer the shock. The person refuses to accept reality, saying things like, this can't be happening. The next one is anger. Frustration, frustration is redirected as blame or restatement. Why me? Or this is not fair. Then bargaining. The person tries to regain control, often through if only statements or making deals with the high power. Then depression, deep sadness, withdrawal, and reflection about the loss. Acceptance, the person gradually comes to terms with the loss and begins to move forward. These stages are not linear, may vary in order or intensity. It's, it's a helpful model for understanding and supporting individuals through grief. Psychological reactions to the breaking bad news and the spike protocol. When individual receives bad news, like serious diagnosis, they may go through intense psychological reactions such as shock, denial, anger, fear, sadness, or guilt. These reactions may be based on personality, past experience, and support system. Understanding this help healthcare professions respond with the empathy and sensitivity. The SPIKE protocol is structured in six steps approach to delivering breaking bad news effectively. First one is S, that is setting, ensure privacy, evolve key people and minimize interruptions. Then perception, P for perception, access the patient's understanding of the situation. I for invitation, ask how much patient wants to know. K, knowledge, share information clearly and gently, avoiding jargons, mainly medical jargons. E, emotions, respond empathically to patient's feeling. S, strategy and summary, discuss the next step and provide support. This method ensures compassionate, clear, and patient-centered communication. In our part of the world, the question of how much to tell the patient often brings ethical tension. Families may request us to hide the truth out of love, but patients deserve dignity, and sometimes truth brings peace. We must balance patient autonomy with the cultural respect. Truth telling becomes compassionate process, not just a clinical disclosure. So let me share a few real world glimpses. First, a man with terminal cancer who clings to hope and avoid discussion of death. What he needs is not blunt truth, but gently guided conversation that help him find meaning. Next is a wife caring for her husband in his final days. She breaks down her brow, breakdowns and says, I'm not strong enough. I sat with her, not to solve her pain, but to hold space for her grief. Then a child asks, is my mom going to die? A moment requiring honestly, sensitivity, and age appropriate conflict. We often associate healing with cure, but in palliative care, healing means something deeper. It's about preserving dignity, nutrient connections, and witness a person's final journey with presence. Even when we cannot fix, we can still heal in presence. You are not just a doctor. You are companion in someone's most vulnerable time, most valuable time. So I ask you, what will you offer beyond medicine? A safe space to express pain, a listening ear to hold stories, a gentle reminder of meaning and worth. This is the human side of hearing, and it starts with us. Never AI can replace human healing. And thank you for listening. I welcome any reflections or any conversations. Please free to contact me. So my email address is there, and also my WhatsApp number is also there. So let's remember, even we cannot cure, we can still care. Thank you. Have a nice day.